Your belly isn't growing because you eat too much. After 50, your hormones flip a switch, and that switch tells your body to store fat right around your midsection. 5 plants can flip it back. The strongest one costs about $4 a bag. This video walks through all 5, mildest to strongest, so you know exactly where to start and what to reach for when the first option isn't enough. Green tea is the entry point. There's a reason it shows up in more fat-burning research than almost any other plant. The compound doing the work is called EGCG. Here's what it does in plain terms. Your body makes a chemical that tells fat cells to break down, to release stored fat. Normally, an enzyme shuts that chemical down before it can do much. EGCG blocks that enzyme, so the fat-burning signal stays active longer. And it targets belly fat hardest. A 2009 study in the Journal of Nutrition tracked 107 overweight adults over 12 weeks. One group drank a green tea drink with 625 milligrams of catechins per day. The other got the same caffeine, but no catechins. Both groups exercised the same amount. The green tea group lost more abdominal fat. The difference was modest, but for something you drink every morning, it compounds over time. Here's where most people go wrong. They grab bottled green tea loaded with sugar, or they steep it for 30 seconds and wonder why nothing changes. You need 3 to 4 cups a day of properly brewed loose-leaf green tea, steeped for 3 to 5 minutes. That's the range the research actually used. Green tea has roughly a third of the caffeine, and within a few months, you will notice your waistline shifting. Not a transformation, a shift. One thing to watch. Green tea on an empty stomach can cause nausea. Take it with food or after meals. So green tea nudges your metabolism. But what if your problem isn't metabolism alone? What if ongoing, low-level inflammation is keeping the fat locked in place? After 50, your body starts running a quiet kind of inflammation. Not the kind you feel, like a swollen ankle. The kind that hums in the background. Messing with your hormones. Messing with your blood sugar. Cortisol runs higher. Your cells stop responding to insulin the way they used to. And belly fat feeds on that cycle. The fat triggers more inflammation. The inflammation triggers more fat storage. It loops. Ginger breaks that loop. A 2019 review in Critical Reviews in Food Science and Nutrition combined data from 14 clinical trials. 473 people total. People who took ginger consistently lost more weight, shrank their waist-to-hip ratio, and lowered their fasting blood sugar. A smaller 2012 pilot study in the journal Metabolism added something interesting. 10 overweight men ate a standard breakfast, with or without 2 grams of ginger. On ginger days, their bodies burned roughly 43 extra calories digesting the meal, and the participants reported feeling less hungry for hours afterward. Small study, but the direction matches the larger body of research. Fresh ginger works, but concentrated ginger extract at 1 to 2 grams daily delivered the strongest results across trials. You can also grate fresh ginger into hot water, about a thumb-sized piece per cup. Drink it before meals. The taste is sharp, almost biting. It wakes you up. If it's too intense on its own, a small amount of raw honey takes the edge off, without undermining the benefits. Ginger tackles the inflammation side. But remember how I mentioned your cells stop responding to insulin properly? That's the next piece. And the plant that handles it outperforms most people's expectations. Metformin is the most prescribed drug for blood sugar control in the world. It works, but it comes with gut side effects that make a lot of people quit within the first few months. Nausea, cramping, diarrhea. Roughly 1 in 4 patients stops taking it because of their stomach. Cinnamon does something similar at a lower intensity, and your gut tolerates it. In simple terms, it helps your cells listen to insulin again. When your cells respond to insulin properly, less sugar gets converted to fat, especially around the midsection. The most cited study on this is Khan et al., published in Diabetes Care in 2003. 60 type 2 diabetics took 1, 3, or 6 grams of cinnamon daily for 40 days. Fasting blood sugar dropped by 18 to 29% across the groups. That said, later studies trying to repeat those results in different populations got mixed findings. Some saw real improvements, others saw smaller effects or none at all. Cinnamon isn't a guarantee. But the overall body of evidence across multiple reviews still leans positive for blood sugar support. Use Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia. Cassia contains high levels of a compound called coumarin that can stress your liver at sustained doses. Ceylon is sometimes labeled true cinnamon, lighter in color, thinner bark, slightly more expensive. Half a teaspoon daily in food or tea is a practical starting point. Those first 3 plants are daily habits. Low risk, easy to fold into what you're already doing. The next one is different. It has a longer track record in traditional medicine, more clinical data behind it, and it works through a completely different pathway. Fenugreek is a small seed that's been used across India, the Middle East, and North Africa for thousands of years. It tastes like maple syrup mixed with celery, and it works on belly fat through a path most people don't expect. It slows down how fast your body absorbs sugar and fat from food. The seeds are packed with a fiber that forms a thick gel in your stomach. That gel physically slows digestion. Your blood sugar rises more gradually after meals instead of spiking and crashing. When blood sugar stays steady, your body produces less insulin. And less insulin means less fat gets pushed into storage around your midsection. A 2009 study in phytotherapy research tested this directly. 18 obese subjects ate a standard breakfast with or without 8 grams of fenugreek fiber. On fenugreek days, the participants felt fuller, reported less hunger, and ate fewer calories at lunch. It was a single meal test, not a long-term trial. But the appetite effect was clear and measurable. Longer-term evidence comes from a 2010 trial in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. 49 men did an 8-week resistance training program. The group taking 500 milligrams of fenugreek extract daily lost more body fat than the group on a control supplement, while also gaining more strength. Body fat in the fenugreek group dropped by 2.3% on average, compared to 0.4% in the control group. The easiest way to use fenugreek is to soak 1 to 2 tablespoons of seeds in water overnight. Then eat the softened seeds in the morning. You can also take fenugreek extract capsules at 500 milligrams daily. That's the dose most studies used. One thing to know: fenugreek can lower blood sugar. So if you're already on medication for diabetes, talk to your doctor first. It can also make your sweat and urine smell like maple syrup. That's harmless, just unexpected. If you've made it this far, the last plant is the one most people haven't come across. It pulls together everything we've talked about. The seeds are tiny, jet black, with a rough texture that crunches between your fingers. They smell like a cross between oregano and black pepper, and they taste like nothing else. Slightly bitter, with a warm, peppery finish that lingers. Black seed has been used for over 2,000 years across the Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia. The active compound is called thymoquinone, and it works on multiple fronts at once. It helps your body burn stored fat, reduces appetite, steadies blood sugar, and calms inflammation. A 2018 review that pooled data from 13 clinical trials found that black seed reduced body weight. The effect was modest, but consistent, across different populations, different dosages, different trial lengths. The most practical form is cold-pressed black seed oil. 1 teaspoon daily, taken straight or mixed into food. Some people prefer capsules if the flavor is too sharp. The oil gets absorbed better than whole seeds, which can pass through your system partially undigested. One thing nobody talks about with belly fat after 50, it's not only about what you take. Cortisol, your body's main stress hormone, is one of the strongest drivers of deep belly fat storage. If you add every plant on this list, but your sleep is broken and your stress runs unchecked, you'll be working against yourself. Fix the sleep, manage the stress, then let these plants do their work. If this was useful, subscribing helps more people find this kind of information. This is Root Remedy.